Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, hello, welcome. This is Essential Patience and I am Patience. So in today's video, we are just going over some very short information about basic hair care products. In my opinion, what you need, what you don't, and when it really gets down to the basics, what is needed for a good hair care routine. So before we get into it, remember to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell. So let's get straight into this video. What are the basics of hair care and a good hair care routine? So I think it all starts out with, of course, the shampoo, how you cleanse your hair. You need a shampoo. Now I know that there was the whole wave of co-washing. There are some people who don't believe in shampoos. They believe it strips your hair, but I mean, that's the whole point of cleansing. Taking a shower, you use soap because it strips your skin of the dirt. So you need some form of cleansing agent. And a good shampoo is literally the base for that, because how you cleanse your hair, removing the buildup from however long since you washed your hair, is very important. We should not underestimate the importance of shampoo. I think sometimes a lot of people don't think too much about their shampoos, that it's one of actually the most fundamental, and how you cleanse your hair determines how your hair receives every other product after that. So you want a really good shampoo. Now, this is expensive shampoo, but just a really good shampoo. Of course, go through the ingredients, make sure that, you do a little bit of research. Make sure that when you're shopping and you're putting your money towards something, you know what's in it, get some reviews. And you also have to determine the whole thing about suds, no suds, limited suds. Suds are more psychological than actually scientific. So if you create a detergent, you could create a perfectly good detergent that cleanses something without suds. Now, the reason why suds are added sometimes is so that it gives you this visualization of cleanliness. And a lot of us, when we're washing dishes, when we're washing our hair, when we're washing clothes by hand, we want to see suds because it gives us the illusion like, oh, this is washing, like something's actually happening. If you need that, that's great. But if a person doesn't need that, you can buy a shampoo with less suds. For example, I have in the past used hair food. So hair food is, and I think I used the chia one, the chia seeds one, and it was actually really good. It's on the pricier side for the shampoos that I've used, and only because it was like, I think over $10. It was over $10 for less than 12 ounces. So I consider that on the pricier side for me, because currently I use the Aussie one, which is about 32 ounces for like $7. So, when you compare those two, it's a drastic difference. But the hair food one, excluded a lot of like the things that are considered bad, and it had limited suds. Like you would go through your hair and wash it and it wouldn't have that much suds, but it was still a really good shampoo. If you're a person who needs a lot of suds to basically just show you that your hair is being clean, then it probably wouldn't be the best shampoo for you, even if it's a really good shampoo. Now, on the other hand, if you're a person who just knows science and knows that it's still being washed and you don't need all the suds, it might be very well work for you. So your shampoo is a good base for it. Find a good shampoo that's clarifying, cleansing, that would wash, especially your scalp. Start on the scalp, and then the rest of your hair is much simpler to just wash it off. But a shampoo is the basic, is the foundation, and everything else you add on. Next, of course, is a deep conditioner. I didn't say conditioner, but I think a deep conditioner is a good part for a basic hair care routine. Now, a conditioner, of course, you might add it, that's your prerogative, but we're looking at the basics. And a good deep conditioner is always nice to have in your routine. Nowadays, I hardly ever use conditioner once I shampoo my hair, but instead I use a conditioner as a pre-poo, and I use a deep conditioner to condition my hair after I shampoo it. Now, I think after your hair has been stripped, this is the time to replenish it with conditioner. And the deep conditioner penetrates your hair more. You leave it in for however long. Even though I use the Aussie 3-minute miracle, I typically leave my hair for much longer than that. But it's just a good thing to have in your hair routine. People always say, again, the shampoo is stripping my hair. Well, the deep conditioner would replenish everything that is being stripped out. Now, of course, you want to wash it out when you're done. Do not leave it in for an exhausting amount of time, but make sure that you have a good deep conditioner. Look at the ingredients, get to know the company, read reviews. You want to know all of these things, and you want to get a deep conditioner that would work for you. You might have to go through a few, but for me, I found one that really works well, and I've been using it now for over 2 years, and I have several more, so I have enough to last me for like the next year or two, so I'm not changing anytime soon. Of course, the third thing that you need is a good leave-in conditioner. Now, I definitely believe that water is the ultimate moisturizer, but leave-in conditioner also helps us to moisturize our hair, especially if you're doing specific stylings. Now, there was a time where I went without using a leave-in conditioner, and that was very specific because I didn't like leave my hair out or do a lot of styling. So instead, once I shampooed my hair, deep conditioned it, I would spray my hair when it came out, and then I would put in some shea butter, and then I'll braid it up, and I left it in the braid without, you know, using any leave-in conditioner. And that was a moment in my life. So I did that for over a year, and it really was helpful to my hair, like when I was getting back down to the basics. And that's where the idea for this video actually came in, like going back to the basics of what is really needed. But I really think that especially how we style our hair nowadays, and for the majority of people, leave-in conditioners are very, very important and have a really good place in the essentials for a good hair care routine. And last but absolutely not the least is hair oils. So of course, hair oil stands in as a sealant. Some people believe that you should use the LOC method. Some people do the LCO method. I personally do the LCO method. I use oil as the very last thing in my hair, but I do believe that it also has an important place in hair care. I know that sometimes people do the whole no oil movement, which if it works for you, it works for you, great. But I personally love hair oil. I don't have as many as 10 different hair oils. The most consistent hair oil in my hair care routine has been the Hot 6 oils, but then I also have Shea Butter, which is kind of like an oil. It's a sealant. Often it's in its more solid form. I've also used jojoba oil, and I have a video that's probably out by now or coming up, which is basically how I'm making hair oil, so I don't have to always like add 2, 3, 4 different hair oils. I've been doing this for a while, and it's very helpful. But overall, yes, hair oils are very important in a hair care routine. I think most people can benefit from it. It keeps moisture sealed in your hair, and I found great benefit in it, and I think some people can as well. Now, they're extra to these hair care basics because they're more that, you know, yeah, you have these 4 products, and I really wanted to again to emphasize that those 4 are the nines and the basics. If you have that, you can have a good hair routine with just those 4. But there's some that you can add more to it that if you want to, and some that you can just use as styling. So one of those first things is a conditioner. Now, as I said, a conditioner is no longer part of my basic hair care routine, but sometimes I do pre-poo, and I use a conditioner as a pre-poo rather than buy a pre-poo, because I feel like some of those pre-poos are like overpriced first of all, and I already had conditioner, and I wanted to make sure that I'm using that conditioner rather than, you know, buy the pre-poo and like not really using it. And I like to use all of my products and repurpose them, so I use my conditioner as a pre-poo. So I go through before I wash my hair to use as a detangler to detangle my hair, and then I go into the shower and then shampoo and then put in the deep conditioner. But I really think that there's a special place in there for conditioner as well. There's times where my hair is in braids and I just do a conditioner rather than a deep conditioner. So it's something that you don't necessarily need if you have a deep conditioner already, but it can always be added as well. Next are styling products. So I'm talking like curling creams, twist creams, hair mousse. I don't really use too many of those. I do have hair mixing thing, like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be a video on this about different things that I mix in my hair during the week to create this ultimate moisturizer that I like, that is low maintenance for me to use. But overall, I don't think like you need every single one of these. Like the twist cream, for example, I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch. I bought one a few times. I ended up having to give it away because I didn't twist my hair that much around that time. And when I was braiding it, I was braiding with Shea Butter, so didn't need it. So I really think that the importance of this and me doing it in this video is to tell you that don't rush, especially if you're starting your natural hair journey. Don't rush and get excited and just buy all these products. Think of the basic, look forward, and then see what is this product really for. So don't just get excited and buy all these products and then have a problem using it or not really using it as much. So think about it and think of what you really need, because you don't need every single product. You really don't. Number 3 is Shea Butter. Even though I love Shea Butter and I've been using it for years, it's not needed, but I like it, and it's one of the ones that I implement in my extra things. So I typically nowadays use Shea Butter as a way to lock my ends. So when I do mini braids, which I do a lot, it's my go-to style. After I wear this hair for maybe a week, I'm gonna put it into mini braids, and to twist the ends, I find that it's good to protect my ends with Shea Butter. So I don't put any gel, I don't put any holding cream. I instead put Shea Butter at the end of my twist or my braids, and it holds it pretty well. It's not like the most crisp hold, but it does very well for what I need it to. I also sometimes use it as part of my hair oil base. Of course, I always use it to seal in when I need to. I don't use it as heavily as I used to use in the past, but I still see Shea Butter as a place in my hair care and skincare. I love Shea Butter for the skin. Shea Butter directly from Ghana. Get yours. Number 5 is hair gels. So like I said, I don't use hair gel for holding cream, but I don't use hair gels ever. Like I've used it maybe 2 or 3 times before. I tried washing goes twice, and I think one time I just tried to like hold a ponytail or something. This was years ago. I've not used gel in like, oh my goodness, what can I say? It's been at least 3 years since I last tried my wash and go. So I've not used it in a long time. I think I used to have edge control, which could be a gel. It still might be there, but I bought it years ago, and I don't do it because I don't do edges, you all. My edges are natural. I like to leave it the way they are, and so I'm not a big gel person at all. I don't see a place of it in my routine, and this was all this panic about like different gels. I think one time like all these gels were getting like bad reps. I don't know, and they flake, they leave your hair crisp. Like, no, I don't do that. I like nice fluffy hair. And last but absolutely not the least is, well, it could be the least, hair growth oils. Yay! I mean, we've all heard of them, right? This hair growth oil, all these thousands of oils. Like I said, one good oil, you all, is all you pretty much need. All you pretty much need. I have a few, but I typically just use one. Like I said, the Hot 6 oils, it's not even that expensive. It's like, what, $7? I mean, somebody can even find them for cheaper, like $4.99. And that is a good oil. Like all these hair growth oils that people spending hundreds of dollars on, like on a little bottle, it's like $50. I really don't think it's needed. It doesn't grow your hair. The only thing that grows your hair is time and a good hair care routine. That's it. That's the only thing that's gonna grow your hair. Most people don't grow 10 inches of hair in one day, and I don't think you'll be the first person to do so. But hair growth oils, I think, are very much overrated. You can have a few oils in your stash, but having several tens of oils is really not necessary. Just get a few good ones that you like, and if you want to try more, something you use casually. Like I have Jamaican black castor oil. I don't use it heavily, but I do add it to mix of other oils. I have some jojoba oil, which I mix, and of course my Hot 6 oils. Like that's it. That's what really works for me, and I've used those consistently over several years. Consistency, consistency, consistency. And that's a lot of things that we don't want to talk about. It's all about a good routine and being consistent, and that would yield you more results than any hair growth oil, in my opinion. So thank you all so much. Let me know in the comment section, what are the basics for your hair care routine? Let me know what type of products that you use, because I'm really learning more. Like I always like to learn more about products. I've switched up my products over the years. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, I'm just gonna use products forever. If I find something better, if I transition into a new portion of my life, like I always like to try something new, and if it works, good, and if it doesn't, I would move on to something else. So thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Come on, you all, leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs up, and don't forget to ring the notification button, because I post 2 videos a week on Tuesdays and on Fridays, and it's always fun to come on and check out what I'm talking about, because you all, I'm always talking about something interesting, and you know that. So thank you all very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.